Hello dear friends, you are on the channel Real Facts, and in today's video I will tell you an amazing story that happened in the United States. A young man named Saul Brown shared his story. This is special. I ask you to stay with me until the end of the video and you will see why. It all started in New York in late 2005. Saul went there to work as an assistant lawyer. He wanted to earn some more money during the holidays to be able to pay for his studies. During lunch, he went outside and went to places where it was possible to eat inexpensively. He did this every day. There was always someone poor and begging. Every day, the young man bought a hamburger and a sausage roll. Sellers accepted only cash, so Saul used to take coins and bills. After eating, Saul left a few coins to the poor. He could have bought something else with the money, but he didn't, preferring to help the poor man named Frank. As he passed, he said to him, "Hello, Frank, it is good to see you, friend," or something like that. The young man and the beggar became good friends. Frank apparently experienced a terrible situation in his life and seemed to be not quite sane, but behaved modestly and kindly. 2 months later, Saul went out to buy food but realized that he had forgotten to take the cash. He ran to the ATM but was unable to withdraw the money as the ATM was not working. But the salesman said to him, "Look, I have seen what you do for Frank every day. Take this hamburger from me, you deserve it." At that moment, something even more unexpected happened and Saul shared a hamburger with Frank. The third month of work was finished. Saul had to go back to Pennsylvania to continue his studies. The day of farewell with Frank was sad, but both hoped to see each other again. And since then, 5 years have passed. Saul returned to New York. He became a lawyer and just got a new job. One day, he decided to have dinner in a restaurant. The man was sitting at a table with a laptop doing work and suddenly heard a voice behind him. Someone said, "I'm sorry, do you remember me?" Saul turned to the voice and saw a tall, well-dressed man in a business suit. He looked him up and down for a few moments before he realized who was in front of him. He said, "Really? Frank, is that you?" The man's eyes began to fill with tears. Saul rose to shake his hand and hug him tightly. Frank was ready to cry, and all he could say was thank you. Frank sat at the table with Saul, and the young man learned that over the last 5 years, Frank was able to settle his affairs and find work. Doctors helped to restore physical and mental health. Further, according to Saul, Frank said that the year we met, he was in a worse state. He did not tell anyone about the depression he was feeling, and the only thing he could do was sit and wait for the end. He said that since childhood, all went bad. His parents left him, he lost his job, his wife went to another man, putting him on the street. He did not want to live, saying nothing made sense anymore. But the attention I gave him was a valuable reminder that there was still something good in the world. With the money I gave him, he could eat at least once a day. He said that if it was not for me, he would not even be standing where he is now. We talked for over an hour. He had to get back to work. At parting, he hugged me again, and this time he could not hold back the tears. After a few more minutes of conversation, I began to cry too. Frank never knew my name. He does not know it now, and I like to think he will never know, but he will remember that one day a stranger treated him like a real person. Saul finished his story. It is certainly a beautiful story. Sometimes even a little support brings back lost faith and hope for the best. I hope you enjoyed the story. Hit the thumbs up button and share the video on social networks. Such good deeds should not remain in the shadows. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye!